silent for some.
Langsung dari UPTD Tekom, Tempur. Inilah siaran pendidikan Kaltim Belajar dalam program Etam Smart. Selamat menyaksikan. Of the educators are the government team from SMA Negeri 5 Balikpapan. The first speaker is Kalisa Lukas, the second speaker is Maya Pauline, the third speaker is Kalisa Renata, and the required speech will be delivered by Maya Pauline. And on the right side of the educators will be the opposition team from SMA Negeri 1 Balikpapan. With the first speaker, Selin Tresya Evania Chak. Second speaker is Naftali Deborah. Third speaker is Lady Darwin. And the required speech will be delivered by Selin Tresya Evania Chak. Right? And allow me to introduce our honorable panel of educators for today. From your website is Dr. Nur Rahmawati, Master of Education from University of Government. In the middle, we have Mr. Andri Kurniawan, Master of Arts from the Polytechnic Institute Samarinda. And on the right side, again, there Madam Secretary Academy, Master of Physical Science, Polytechnic Institute Samarinda. Yes, and the participant for today is Celestia Hindra and me as your chairperson for today, Jessica. Everyone has aware with the rule and regulation. Yes, that's the first knock that you will hear at the first minute and the first 3 minutes of the practice, and the second twice stop for the 7 minutes and the 4th minute of the recital. Right? And our motion for today is in liberal democracies, this House would implement a social credit system. Right? And without further ado, I would like to welcome the first speaker from the government team to start their case. Please welcome Kalisa Lukman. Time and place, Other suggest that military knowledge is social currency, but all for example, there some offer the first and the offer the knowledge. So the first person can offer the social currency. Number two, increasing trust issues. A lot of people access to have trust issues. It's a conflict to trust each other without fear or know each other. Lots of people are wanting to establish point of law and law systems things understood and abstract. For you to be we must apply law in other. This is why we I think it is more to help in I think that is what we that is not something. And then for the first speaker from the government is Independent United States Sector. Alright, thank you for the wonderful speaking from the first speaker of the government team. And now it's time to welcome the first speaker from the opposition team. Allow me to invite Miss Kalian Silasia Evania Javi. I will start my speech. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Before I talk to my opinion about the solutions, I would like to rebuttal all the statement that say is to decreasing trust issue, but actually it's increasing trust issue because we know about the social credit system. It's like they give you a point from your social life. It means that we got supervised 24 hours and there is no privacy in it. So one of the disadvantages of the statement that the government team or the provide us is there is information privacy because in liberal democracies it's talking about people's freedom and also it's talking about human rights. So they have rights to have their own privacy, but when they don't have privacy and even they do information privacy, it means it's against the democracy, but also it's also against the human rights. And second, about China, if we implement this in China, but if we compare it, if we do it in, for example, we implemented this social credit system in America, for example, I think it won't work because we because both countries have different democracies. Maybe in America they have freedom to have their privacy, to talk what it's like whatever you do, you have you're like having freedom. It's like whatever you do, you're not limited by the laws that happens. And also in China, it's one of the they have, for example, they take communist democracies. It means that and that is one of the statement or that's one of the conditions that if we get minus points, it means that our credits will be grades. So one of them are about Xiaosu. So what is Xiaosu is? Xiaosu is like you obey to parents. So it means that you have to respect your parents. And also, like for example, we get minus points if you're not visit them regularly. And we got the minus point. But that if we implement that into the democracy liberal, for example, would like to talk about the batteries because if we get the low credit limit, the people who couldn't access their, or even they got limited to do their things or their access. So it's like if the person got our access, it means that we cannot do everything that we want to do. For example, we want to do this or to do that. But in this social system, it's like if this happens, it's already against the human rights firewall. And second, it's also against the liberal democracy itself. So therefore, I would like to say that this motion should fall. Thank you for the attention.
Time for the first speaker from the opposition team is 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Now, thank you for the great speech. Now we will welcome the second speaker from the government team. I would like to invite Maya Paulin to support the case. Good morning, everybody. I'm Michael speaking for the second speaker of government here. And firstly, before I get into my argument, I want to rebuttal about the other team argument. So they say that social credit system is against the liberal democracy because it's about the people's freedom, right? So people is free to get too, if that's what you're saying. So it's not doesn't really against the democracy. Also, we use China because China is a country that already uses the social credit system. And jumping back into my arguments, we already found a lot of good things about the social credit system. So people can trust better. As my friend said earlier, it will decrease the trust issues rate. Um, if we know someone, social credit system, and it will make us can choose someone who we can trust and make us more confident in ourselves. The second one, it decreases crime rate because if someone's crime rate, then their social credit system will decrease. So if they want to look better in front of other people, then they will be less likely to do a crime. And it will make also a healthier life. Because if someone buys a cigarette, then their social credit rate will decrease. And as we know, cigarette is a very bad thing for our environment. There are a lot of cases that, because of lung cancer, that um, it's the passive smoker because they're not smoke, but the other person on their family or their close friend is smoking. Also, we found some positive impact in China. Firstly, they get more satisfied because they can see everything that they want. China, as we know, has a lot of people in it, and most of people of China have trust issues. That's why China implemented the social credit system to make their people more satisfied. Also, this transparency will make a better condition for those people who have trauma and other conditions. As you know, mental health, ladies and gentlemen, is a very important thing in our life right now. And trauma or other conditions can be very from low to high. As my friends already said, that it will decreasing trust issues. So we really do believe that such a credit system is a way to go, even in liberal democracy. That's all for me. Thank you.
The second speaker from the government team said 2 minutes 41 seconds. 2 minutes 41 seconds.
Right, thank you for wonderful speech from the Secretary of Government. And next, we would like to invite the second speaker from the opposition team, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Gebyar. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get to the main arguments, I'm going to rebut the statement from the government view. It states that by social credit system we can trust, we can be trust. I disagree with this because it's only in China, but in the democracies liberal, we can do like this. Because in America, we can trust other people. Like we're going to America, then we become a stranger there. But they can trust us rather than if we go to China, we become a stranger, then we can they can trust us. That's why. And the second statement they said that trauma and mental illness can be decreased by using social credit system. I disagree with this because by using social credit system, it will become increasing the trauma and mental illness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's back to the topic. So social credit system is a blacklist that we've been checked for our action, our backgrounds, our money, or whatever we've done. Even when we using social media, it's gonna interrupt our private lives. Even in America, they they use like liberal democracy. Before we decided that liberal democracy is America itself. Then when they decided to make a social credit system, then it against the liberal democracy itself because it ruined our private manners. Also in China, they're using social credit system because they're communists. Why I say this? Because China people is often obey the government. They have shaosu. Shaosu is respect to the elders or the parents. They have shaosu, so they're gonna obey the governments. Rather than American. American can have like you can do whatever you want. You're not judged by people rather than China. That's why America has freedom. They're like casual. They're not really obey the government. And also, in China, there are there are no privacy, even when using social media. When we use WhatsApp or Facebook, they use Weibo instead. Why? Because Weibo is government. China is always the government, so they use whatever government gives them. And when Americans use Netflix, in China they use Lili. In China, we can trust each other, even with our neighbors in China. That's why they use the social credit system. Because the purpose of social credit system is to reduce the trash issue. Even the government doesn't trust their citizens. That's why they use social credit system. But in America, we still can trust each other. That's why, rather than social credit system, I offer the government a solution. The first one, to increase the social credit system, they have to do the blood donation. And besides the social credit system, they should do a campaign about blood donation. There not must be a social credit system, but they can do a campaign about blood donation. And for the visiting parents once a week. Besides the social credit system, we can also visiting our parents, not with social credit system, because social credit system is making people lie, making people don't have trust about their self. And also, this social credit system is increasing the human expression. Why? Because in China they use social credit system, but there are still discrimination. I give you a sample. In China, there's Uyghur. Uyghur is a Muslim ethnic in China. They're in China, but there's still discrimination about them. So that's why I and my team are agree this speaker must fall. Thank you.
Second speaker from the opposition spent 5 minutes 17 seconds. 5 minutes 17 seconds. And now we will be going to invite the third speaker from the government team to establish the credits. Please welcome Maya Solin.
Sorry, please welcome Erika Renata. Third speaker from this from the second speaker of America people we say that America people are wonderful. But as we all know that people have careers that really really high. Even in America is their biggest narcotic place. And also you said that why we not and why China's not use the nation, you cannot prove that it will have good impact. But with credit system, social credit system, it already in place made in China and it have a good impact, right? Like my first speaker say that it's decreasing costs at first idea, decreasing prostitution, decreasing rate of life, and even decreasing of crime case. That's why if if the nation is not having a proof that you will better than social credit system, but China is already implemented, so it's already have enough real proof. So, and also my second speaker already said that positive impact, the lot of positive impact of social credit system. That's why we must agree with the social credit system because it has a good impact. That's my speech. Thank you.
The third speaker from the government team spent 1 minute 48 seconds. 1 minute 48 seconds.
Thank you for the wonderful speech of the speaker of government. And now we would like to welcome the third speaker from the opposition team. Please welcome Lily Damit. I will begin my speech in three, one. Now, there is some sort of misunderstanding that I see the government team has regarding social credit system. The government team has substantiated repeatedly that the point of social credit system is to decrease trust issues. However, this is not the reason why the social credit system was created in the first place. The Chinese society, they have very highly valued the concept of honesty. And what is honesty exactly? Honesty is the belief that personal trust exists between people in personal relationship, whereas strangers are immediately shown distrust. Now, I would like to focus on the point that strangers are immediately shown distrust. This is not only implemented by society, but also the government. As we all know, the Chinese government is China is an authoritarian country, which means they bow down to the government no matter what they say. And this is proven in a social credit system because one of the ways they earn and decrease points in the social credit system itself is related to the government itself. So if you praise the government, you will receive points. However, if you degrade or if down this blacklist. However, social credit system itself is a program to borrow money, which is why I find this statement odd enough. But not only that, the problem of mental health has been issued by the government team. However, I have to disagree with this. Social credit system. Basically, the government will supervise you 24/7. As you all know, the Chinese society doesn't have Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, etc. They have these um, they have these programs like Weibo, Weixin, Taobao, Weixin, etc. And and the thing is, all of these sites are under supervision 24/7 by the government, which means you don't have you don't have privacy at all. This might be into even more serious mental health because you are constantly being watched, even when you do not realize it. And regarding blood donation, as my second speaker has said before, blood donation is one of the ways you can get more points for your social credit system. However, this does not mean that not doing blood donation will decrease your social credit system, which means that even when you don't do it, there won't be any difference. It's only a matter of preference, no matter how many times you look at it. And another matter about self-advertising. We all know, even up until today, even when they already implemented social credit system, China is the number one source of counterfeit products. And and so false advertising is still a major problem in China. How can we implement this into other nations? If this problem hasn't even been solved in the main nation where this system comes from. Now, I would like to stress the fact that the basis of social credit system is constant surveillance. Doesn't even match the ideals of liberal democracy. Because in liberal democracy, we believe in in individual rights. We have our rights to say what we want. That's our rights to doesn't agree with this. Also freedom is it, which is the opposite of what the goal of liberal democracy is. And social credit system, we are basically talking about trust. And in China itself, we have a lot of ethnicities, but the thing about our ethnicities is it's all built in China. Let's take Uyghurs for example. The Uyghurs are subjected to increased surveillance and discrimination. And this Uyghur is still a part of China. How about America? In America, we have lots and lots more ethnicities. For example, the African community, Mexican community, the Asian community. How will social credit system will make society judge you even more? America is known for being racist. With with the implementation of social credit system, we're afraid that this racism will increase instead. This will cause more, this will cause more problems for America instead of fixing the problems that has already been there to begin with. With all these evidence presented, I, as the third speaker of the opposition team, hereby declare that this motion should fall. Thank you very much.
The speaker from the opposition term and second. And second. And now we would like to hear the request first from the opposition team that is being delivered by Sally Garcia and to 3, 5, and 4.
our stock market in 3 to 1. So the conclusion that I could get from the opposition thing is first that social credit system itself can limit the people's freedom and also against the democracy itself because if we're talking about liberal democracy, so it means we're talking about individual freedom. And if we implemented this social credit system, it means we're not only against the human rights, but also we against the freedom. And lastly, we also against its democracy itself. And also, from the government side, there are few statements that I could say it's didn't give didn't give the great solution. First of all, it's about increasing trust issue. But from my from my second speaker and the third speaker that already said, it's not decreasing the trust issue, but also but it's increasing the trust issue because this inpatient privacy. Okay, imagine if we got supervised 24 hours. We sometimes feel like it's like awkward. We cannot do anything that we want, or we cannot talk about something that the government will be disagree about. So our freedom, our privacy will be get invaded by the governments. And second, they're talking about the mental illness. For example, the trauma. They say, but actually, if we implement this social credit system, it can increase this trauma because my statement that I said it's because of this invasion privacies. And lastly, if we implement this social credit system, because social credit system is blocked blacklist that my third speaker and my second speaker already speak about. And it means that the government could block our access if we get low credits. It means that it's already, first of all, it's already against the freedom itself, the, the democracy itself, and also the freedom of individual itself. So I'm proud to present that this motion should fall. Thank you.
The speaker from opposition team, uh, 10 minutes 38 seconds. 2 minutes 38 seconds. Now I forget the party of the committee that will be led by Maya Mohammed. Please help.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the vice speaker from my government team. And so I want to clear out my first speaker has said about the decreasing rate of false advertisement, increasing for advertisement, decreasing trust issues, and also decreasing rate of life. And I, as a second speaker, have said about the people that trust better, decrease crime rate, make a healthier life, people with families better together, and also the positive impact on China, with a country that already implement the social credit system. Why do we use China? Because in our research, we found that China is actually doing it kind of a long time ago. And also, we found that China is actually using the social credit system because China has a lot of trust issues people. Speaking of lies, they cannot lie on because the social credit system is not something that can easily get changed. And also, there are arguments on blood donation that we have a big proof that it can change the social credit system. Also, talking about liberal democracy, if talk about the freedom of some individuals, that it means that they can also use drugs freely, which is bad. But in social credit system, if they use drugs or some kind of narcotics, then they get a lower points. Also, racism can be the case too. Why? Because it will impact the social credit system. They will decrease and they will have less changes. So we agree that in liberal democracy, a South would implement a social credit system. Thank you for your time. That's all from me.
So thank you for the great question and yes, the request speaker about the government will spend 1 minute 48 seconds. 1 minute 48 seconds. Now, we have heard all of the guests. That's the end of our debate round today. Give a big hand you may back to the main chamber while the educators fill their break. Are you ready, please, box? Everyone has done a great job for this past 4 days Yes, alright. So you might take your items check your